Hello everybody and welcome back to Love Terra, where we try to make sense of the sustainable challenges facing the fashion world today. In this video, we will briefly explore the value of fashion in the UK. We will then move on to investigate what Brexit means for fashion and climate change. One last thing before we start. Please remember to subscribe below. This will help me keep this channel alive. The fashion industry contributes 35 billion to the UK economy annually and employs almost 1 million people. Put in context, the fashion industry is worth more to the UK economy than film, music, fishing, pharmaceutical, and automotive industries combined. According to the UK Fashion and Textile Association, about 3/4 of Britain's clothing and textile export, representing 9.6 billion in trade, go to the EU. The EU is UK's biggest market. Brexit negotiations managed to secure a zero tariff, zero quota trade deal. Yay! Wait a minute. What exactly does this mean? This means that since January the 1st, new administrative duties, VAT charges, new custom regulations, new logistics expenses, new intellectual property applications, new rules of origin, all appear to be making people's lives more difficult. We need to remember that all this added cost and paperwork does not just relate to the final garment, but to all the bits and pieces that make up a garment, like cloth, zips, buttons, trims, etc. All this adds up to an estimated additional 30% being added onto the product price, making goods a third more expensive, with Europeans less likely to continue buying from UK brands. A somewhat confusing part of the Brexit outcome are the so-called rules of origin. I know, such fun. There's a lot that can be said about this, but maybe we can talk about it in a future episode if you're interested. Just let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, in a nutshell, the rules of origin look into where a product originally comes from. In a globalized world, this is not always as easy to pinpoint as it sounds. For example, if a UK factory processes raw material from Asia and then exports the finished item to the EU, is this considered a British item or a re-export? If the item is considered a re-export, businesses have to pay full duty. At the moment, British luxury brands produce some of their goods in Europe. However, it is foreseeable that due to trade frictions brought on by Brexit, companies will move production outside of the EU to countries like India, Bangladesh, and China. Fast fashion retailers have historically chased cheap labor around the planet. To achieve the highest margin possible, fast fashion retailers tend to produce their goods in countries with low pay, little trade union representation, and weak environmental regulations. Faraway production also contributes to fashion miles. I wish we could geographically move the UK into the Asian continent. However, seeing that this is not possible just yet, the negative impact falls on the environment. From carbon emissions due to shipping, to pollution resulting from weak environmental regulations. When garments are sent around the globe to exploit the cheapest labor at each stage of its production, obviously the carbon footprint can rapidly get out of control. Working with UK-based factories would mean a more sustainable future for the UK fashion industry. This would help reduce unethical and environmental issues faced by manufacturing overseas. By creating locally, the carbon footprint associated with transporting clothes is dramatically reduced. One of the main limitations to UK-based production is, of course, the cost of workers. However, there's also a skills shortage and a general underinvestment in new technologies. High-end luxury brands have previously produced in the UK. However, they find it to be expensive and, in many cases, unfortunately unsustainable. The scientific warnings are getting louder and louder on sustainability. Overconsumption and climate change are driving mass extinction. Climate change does not recognize UK or EU borders. This means that despite Brexit, governments need to work together to formulate effective policies that have a positive impact on our planet. In my view, this should be considered a top priority as the UK and the EU continue to develop the new trading strategies. The only thing is that we definitely need to avoid any race to the bottom on both social and environmental standards. Before you go, please remember to leave a comment below. What do you think of the impact of Brexit on sustainability? Let's end this episode with a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. The future depends on what we do today. While we cannot precisely predict the future, we can take small steps to design the future we all want to live in. Thank you for watching.